Hello, this is Tiki Gray. We're going to be looking at 3 ranked games against Mocaccino. So, game number 1. I am running almost my favorite patch of last deck. Squizzard, Falcon, Skunk, Snake. In a tourney game, I'll be running Owl. But in this case, I don't like Owls in ranked. They're easy and they're boring. It's just pointless. So here I'm running Boar instead. Then finally MG. This deck is really built around flanking. Not that great this patch due to the prevalence of toads, but oh well. Okay, is running Squizzard Toad, or no, Skrill Toad, Skunk Snake, Owl Mine. Pretty meta deck. Skrill Toad is meta, Skunk Snake is meta, Owl is meta. Or Owl Mine. Well, yeah, Owl Mine is meta, definitely. Speed this up. So, as you can see right away, even though I do have lizards, this map's still not great for me because I have no naturals. That's really not awesome. Under regular circumstances with lizards, that doesn't really matter since you can just generate map pressure by threatening the flank and just take a mill somewhere. But there's only 2 entrances into Mocha's base that are right next to each other. And the other 2 mills on the map are outside these entrances. Like, I can't take one of these mills, and like, it's just not going to happen. He's just going to destroy it instantly. And it's very easy for him to defend flanking too, so it's just not a great map for me. Kind of have to do a 1 base push pretty much. So again, people are running Toad, so you don't stay on Lizard. Or on per Lizard, so now I'm switching the tags. The Skunks, usually I put down MG to defend this transition in case he pushes at this time. But this time I'm just trying to flank, so if he moves out, I just go in and start killing shit. That's why I'm using the defend of my Skunk tech. Putting down the Lizard Warren. Again, it's a Warren that's really out there, but like I'm intending to do a 1 base push, and I don't think he's gonna push out, so like I'm the aggressor here, I have to be due to the lack of mills. So I'm not really worried about this Warren dying to a push from him. Plus I was just trying to get the push happening as fast as possible. I just didn't want to spend the time going back to my base. So here's the thing I really like to do. But right before I push, I like to put the Snake Warren down. Because it's that much sooner to get Snake Tech out. And if for some reason I don't want to attack and have snakes to fall back to, which is it's just really nice and really keeps me up in tempo. So she like win the fight, you instantly attacking with snakes, and the game's like win the game well. Fortunately, my skunks are a bit staggered and ends up actually coming to bite me. Try to sniper Toad Warren here. See this one? Okay, yeah, this one skunk is caught out, which is really not good. But at least I have the other one. And now I get in this really weird game. I'm really trying to zone with just one skunk, while also avoiding his toads. And like a lot of his tier 1 are actually still dying to the skunk gas, which is pretty funny. And again, the skunks are so good at attack. I lost the skunk there, which wasn't good. I barely avoid killing these 2 pigs, which is really unfortunate. But fuck, what was I saying? Something about skunks. Oh, skunks are really good at attacking. It's just they can continue to shoot gas at the pigs, even if the enemy army backs off. So second mill coming out. I'm like, okay, time for the lizard snake flank. Best move in the game. So like I'm gonna send the snakes at this mill while I push with the lizards and skunks from this point. And I don't think he ever scouted. Well, I'm not sure if he ever scouted the snakes actually. Like he scouted the Warren, but he might be thinking of chameleons or something. So he actually moves out, and we get this really weird fight. So I decided to go in on. Okay, so that was really bad since all tier 1 is going through the gas. So like all tier 1 are like dead or dying, and he only killed 2 skunks. While I kill a bunch of skrills, and like lizards are still fine. Wow, these 2 snakes are killing this mill too, so like, yeah. I do not sell this mill since I forgot about it, honestly. So that's my bad. And Now the game's pretty much over because he just lost a ton of units in his second mill. Then he's on 7 farms. I'm just waiting for my tech to get back up. But yeah, I just end up pushing. No, I guess I do wait for the second skunk. Put down the farm because why not? In case somehow I do lose the next fight. Yeah, he just surrenders because he knows he's not going to hold it. Game number 2. I mean, Squizzard, Toad, Skunk, Snake, Boar. Squizzard Toad is exceptionally strong. It's a very, very strong defensive option on an open map. So you just play super, super greedy. And transition to some sort of tech, which in Attorney I would be running Wolf, Owl, Snake. But in Ranked I'm just running Skunk, Snake, Boar or something. Because I don't... Wolf, Owl is too easy and boring. You just automatically win so much of the time because of it. I'll do 7 farm mill. So if he fast expands, I have an economic advantage since I can put down my farms now. While he has to wait 20 more seconds. So he decides to sell the mill. And I see him sell the mill, so I actually assume he's trying to rush me when instead he just went for this mill, which I really wish I scouted because then I wouldn't have sold one of those farms and really be ahead in the economy. So I end up getting really slowed down the game, and the eco's about even pretty much. Doing a little bit of flank here, but that's not gonna work. But he's a little bit later on his farms. He's doing a big army expansion, and I'm just adding lizards to my composition. Yeah, okay, now he's actually getting really behind since he's just taking so much longer to go up on these farms. Like, it's not super behind, but like I think maybe he was looking to attack me, but this wasn't gonna happen. So at this point, this third mill is really awkward for me. Then he has a really safe third mill, so and like this is the composition. It's not like this. That can't stop snake harass somehow I own snakes, but and I honestly don't really want the game to go on longer since I don't have a great force composition. Like he has pigeon skunk snake, I have master 1 skunk snake boar. Like his pigeons can just heal his skunk snake through the damage of these units. Well, skunks just kill all my tier 1. Then his pigeons heal through my boar snake. So I just end up putting down the boar, and I put it down way over here. It's always good to do this on maps like this. Well, not always, but players very rarely scout a place like this because there's no reason to, usually. There's no mills or anything. So at this point, he has to know something's up because I don't really have a whole lot of warrant. So he knows the food is missing. He ends up going to his own boar, but it was boar versus boar. The thing that matters most is whose boar comes out first and who attacks the enemy base first. Because the boar attacks, you kill like the enemy mill or a bunch of warrens or a bunch of the farms or something. Because of the boar AoE and boar bomb, then you just win the game since you destroy so much of their infrastructure. So his boar, unfortunately for him, is much later than mine. Only like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Let's see. It's about 30 seconds later. See, I'm just teching up, getting on my, going into more tier 1. And he still, yeah, he decides to put down more farms. I guess he thinks he's safe. Like he knows food is missing, but yeah, I know he has pigeons, so you always want to. No, not always, but you generally want to try to flank your lizards against pigeons, since lizards just one-shot the pigeons. And lizards have a lot of trouble against pigeons later in bigger armies. So yeah, it's a really stagger, unfortunately. Trying to micro the toads here, and I get some nice connections. Snakes are late, but yeah, I still have. I had a lot more army there. I ended up killing the mill, and now I'm just focusing on the warrens with the boar. Honestly, it's so much food. And my commander died, unfortunately, so I didn't realize how hard I was winning this fight. So I actually ended up pulling my army back. Then yeah, the game's over. He lost like 8 war. He lost what, like a 600 foods worth of warrens, maybe like 500. I'm not sure, but a ton. And yeah, he doesn't have anything. He just surrenders when he sees my army. So here's a deck that I don't really care about the last few units that much, just because Alamine is just really, really good. This deck is primarily about the first 4 units: Skrill, Toad, Pigeon Snake, which is you can do a really, really strong Skrill, Toad, Pigeon Snake push. Like it's a really strong push. It's like an early mid push with 2 snakes and just a bunch of Skrill, Toads, and Pigeons. Mines are also helping out, but are not necessary by any means. Moca's running Squizzard, Skrill, or Squizzard, Skunk Snake, Outline. Really meta deck right there. All these are meta choices except maybe. Well, the Owl is the most meta tier 3 right now, in my opinion. Might actually be the most meta defense too. No, it is the most meta defense. I'll say it is. Put down my own mine. I was thinking about doing 7 farm mill here, but I ended up not doing it. But I do think I do fast expand. Yes. More skrills. I don't want to build a farm just yet. Like, I'll build farms when they go uphill, so then I can build farms safely. He's going for a push here, and without the mine, I'd be in a bad spot, but I have the mine, so that's going to delay him long enough for me to get units out. Alright, yeah, that push could have hurt me so much. Getting toads out on his own mill. So he actually engages here on those commander dies. Yeah, but he still had a decent enough rally. Actually end up losing 2 more skills here somehow. But like with the rally, like his commander didn't really need to be there, honestly, so. Now I have my toads out, which will, like, he can't really flank in this terrain, so toads are really strong for me here against Wizard. Tucking in the skunks, more tier 1. Putting down some more mines. I don't care if he sees them because he has to go this way attack. Like, he can't avoid the mines with an army that big. Getting some snakes. Getting some more skrills. Getting some pigeons. I usually have a farm, at least some farms by now, but again, I'm trying to do this certain type of push, this push. Plus it is a really short map, so it's kind of risky to go farms if he hasn't. see double tier 2 born. I see skunk, so he's probably going skunk snake or double skunk. Maybe skunk chameleon, which would be it'd pretty probably fine. Well, yeah, it'd be fine for me between the toads and the snakes, which are both chameleon counters. Let it go for the push. Yeah, so I just have like I can zone. He went double skunk, which is really bad for him. Even if he had snakes, I'd be fine because I have pigeon and he doesn't, so my snakes just win snake versus snake. But here it's really bad since he can't stop the snake, and if he tries to go in, he just loses because I have toads. So, like, it's just, this is really bad for him. Yeah, so I just kill the mill and back off so I can get more toads up here. Like, I don't really need to do any more damage. I'm fine. Like, I'm already up 2 farms. And it will take him 40 seconds to get 1 farm down, so he's just really behind. Takes this mill, which I don't think he was sure what to do. Because, like, I could kill this mill really easily. I just siege from right here. Or siege from this cliff area. Grabbing some more snakes, some more toads. He has an owl going down. So yeah, no, he does know what to do. Go owl. I think he was just building this mill to distract me and make me think he was trying to expand so I could get a bunch of mines. Yeah, I tagged 3 tier 1s there, which is really nice actually. I'm gonna start killing the mill. So he comes out with the owl, I'm like, oh, that's not amazing. That's, But like, I still have so much more economy. Like, he's honestly just gonna starve out at some point. Get some really nice toad connections there. But it was actually looking really scary for me here. But the pigeons are just barely keeping me in here. And like, the extra economy is helping a lot. But yeah, those really pigeons were the heroes today, keeping snakes alive. We'll sell off the toads, since I don't want toads exploding on mice. Don't want that. There's lots of value lost to me. Fortunately, he does detonate those mines, so I don't end up selling them in time, but oh well. So yeah, like he's trying to push through, but I mean, he just doesn't have enough mass to break it. Like, look, that snake probably just tanked like 100 damage. That was ridiculous. So yeah, and again, he has no money behind this. He's down to 1 farm. I sold off some warren, so I was remaking everything. So I just have 3 farms, which is enough for something. And yeah, he's starving. Nothing that, like, he just loses the owl now. And that will be the end of this video.